哎，测一下麦克风，声音可以吗？可以，我是个金脸皮。
Introduce myself and count down. Well, don't mind if I do. Ready? Alright, cool. Hi everyone, I'm Wolsk. I have played fan games in the past. Some might call me a fan game streamer. I want to be the guy stuff. I've been playing them for a long time. I'm currently going to be playing I Want to Stop the Heartbeats X. It's pretty hard. And whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. It has the longest and most upsetting places to lose time right at the end, so we're gonna hope that it goes well, but assume that it won't. Hence why the estimate's so high. My PB is much better than that. So let's get a move on. Let's count it down. All right, everyone ready? Everyone ready? In 3, 2, 1, go.
这个游戏是
Alright, so we start out by spamming S to skip the intro cutscene. And to begin with, we have a basic trap stage. It's pretty simple. Guy rock, spikes, moving spikes, buttons, and fake floors and stuff. But it gets more interesting later on. It's just that starting out, we're going to be dealing with very basic fan game stuff.
对，2020年就出了，然后2022年更了个 EX。
You'll also notice that maybe the music's a little bit loud right now.
然后加了一堆。
The game's audio is all over the place, so it could it will probably be better for other parts and bad again later. So it's just the way that this game is. Well, we got 2 deaths out of the way quickly. That means that we won't have to die for the rest of the game.
这个现在是第一关叫初始大地，有5个隐藏。
Yesterday I had a run
第一个隐藏就是这里，这一面那个右边有个克星进去，要跳3个横纵，有个隐藏。
Which was kind of insane. And then I still lost the run, but my PB is a 111 or 110.58, which is quite good. We're gonna wait for this because I missed that button.
So
there's a lot of trap memorization, but nothing here is too hard. But this game does definitely have some hard parts. Also, there's a high likelihood that my internet will like drop out very quickly at some point, and I hope it doesn't actually affect the RTMP server. It shouldn't, but we'll see. We'll see. If I have to quickly change the server on the fly, that would be awesome, and I hope that's not what happens. Man, I'm messing up all the fast strats. You gotta be daring. God damn it. I missed the platform cycle completely by not jumping up. Dude, this is not starting out well. See, the thing about me with marathon runs is the more I prepare for something, the worse I do in the actual marathon. So expect everything to go poorly. Because I played this a lot, trying to make sure it didn't go poorly.
好，然后这里开了一条路嘛，然后右边有个伸缩刺，伸缩刺上面是可以上去的，有个隐藏面啊。是个小耐久。
We're gonna try for a real snazzy skip here. if you are real quick and smooth, like that, you can get up to that platform early by doing a platform jump. I cancelled it just to be safe because you can die to the cherry, but that is a tough thing to get. Alright, so this is a very bad first stage, but that's fine.
最后一个岛了，这是这一关最后一个岛，然后右边那个苹果缝，如果你按是对的，可以钻进去，钻进去下面有一个是经典的 classic 的那个有一个也是隐藏，是个跳刺面。
So now if we go up the left side, there's a trap, so we're going to go all the way around to the right side.
然后这里必须得从右边上。
Stage 1, wow.
然后刚刚那个门左上角有个隐藏，最后一个隐藏，就是那一面下面有可以开一个口，然后下面可以拿一个。
Legend of Zelda, Crypt of the Necrodancer game. It has some enemies and it has music, but it doesn't have much more than that.
然后第二关或者第二个画风嘛，海拉鲁。
Stage is mostly needle and trap again. It has slight references to games, but nothing too extraordinary.
BGM 出自节奏海拉鲁。
That was quite upsetting.
节奏海拉鲁原版的 BGM。这里面好多那个就是塞尔达的这个贴图好像都出自节奏海拉鲁的。
Alrighty. So we've got a really rough fast strat coming on the next room, or in 2 rooms actually. The next room has a fast strat, but it's actually not that hard.
这里小失误
once you figure it out. But I'm gonna hope that I don't die to the second one, because you lose a whole bunch of time and it gets really upsetting. Now we skip the water for no particular reason. It's slightly faster, but we do it as a bonk jump. Go early so those fruit can't get us.
就刚刚这个地方右上角是有个隐藏路的，上去之后躲掉那些苹果，往左跳。
Which this is the easier of the two.
那个隐藏面里面我忘了是啥动作，好像是十级火。
Or a similar amount of time, but because it's easier, I don't mind.
然后这个第二面挺好玩，这个螺旋丸，就是控机关之后它就会开始转，然后这里不通的话得立刻的就是跟着转过去，然后逆向的时候得趁机，就是不是找最安定的，而是找一个比较险的那个是最快的。
Because this room,
那个沃斯克应该是选了个安定的。
After you hit that button in the top right,
最危险的，但是最快的。
You're supposed to wait for it to go all the way down and back up. But what we're gonna try doing is that. Okay. First part done. That is the hard part, but I can still die.
Butterfly 经典 K3 那一面设计的，但是比那个简单多了。然后我看一看。
All right, that's good. That's comforting to know. That's a good one to get. That one scares me so much. So we have 2 paths we can take here. No matter which path you take, it makes you cross over at the top, so this one's faster to get to the top. Now we're just gonna... Oh! I jumped a frame before landing. We're gonna head over. That save is a trap, so we're going to just not die for 30 seconds in an incredibly easy avoidance. That's mostly just a waste of time. But after this, we get to our first boss of the game, which is a Cadence of Hyrule boss. It's not too hard, but it can still be pretty hard occasionally, and decide to kill you if you play it poorly.
好，然后是 boss。Boss 是出自节奏海拉鲁的一个 boss， 我忘名了啊，这有名字啊，就是这个什么
Cadence of Hyrule, for those who don't know, is a Legend of Zelda game. It's a Legend of Zelda game, but it's like a rhythm game, dungeon crawler thing. So it takes Zelda enemies and bosses and stuff and turns them into musical instruments. or makes them use musical instruments.
然后大概过半血之后会固定出这个就是这个绿球球，这个绿球球会把那个平台给封掉，然后接着打。哎，
That's the RNG you don't want to see. That's precisely what you don't want to see. So I went underneath to avoid the slime things and also the little balls that came out, and I got lasered in doing that. Again, it's rare that this boss will actually give you some tough RNG, but it can happen. And it can also just really prevent you from attacking if it wants to. Like it's doing right now. Like it's doing right now.
刚刚那个就属于是意外啊，意外。
Alright, that was pretty bad.
翻了一下。
I did not have any control over how that went.
海拉鲁森林有一堆蜘蛛，
Alright, so now we got more cadence of Hyrule.
然后会定时的发一个自击局。
This has one really long save.
需要先到右边开开关。
That's a concern because the hardest part is at the end. But hopefully I don't die there. Like I just died like that. Hopefully that kind of thing doesn't happen on the other screen. That's longer than this one.
啊，大哥说这个刚刚这个情况之前练习的时候从来没出现过啊，第一次啊，第一次。我这个还是很可爱的。然后这个地方能直接往右走，但是会是有个坑，所以要绕一下啊。
这边都是 quick cycles.
要绕一下。
This stage is mostly just making it through cycles.
就是这个蜘蛛炮台啊，全是自己需要。 然后这里就是不要一直停在一个地方，一直往前走。哎，差一点，哇，很险。
That platform did not snap me properly.
好，第三面出现了。
So now we hit buttons and it triggers these things to come out.
射击按钮之后，它这个毛毛虫就会过来追你。
Make sure not to get hit.
好，这里有个隐藏，这个隐藏还挺坑的。
就是
这个档上去之后呢，左边不是个5次嘛？跳过5次之后，左边那个侧可以张开，然后就可以下去有一个隐藏面。
And again,
这一关的第一个隐藏。
the hard part's at the end.
然后这一面是一个很
But if
长
this
的一个
goes
面，
well,
追逐，后面有个
and
大
it
虫
looks
子会一
really
直追。
cool, and it's fast as heck. The cycles line up incredibly well.
在最后这里右上角有个缺口，可以。
And there it is. Haven't died there in quite a while. But it's always a fear.
他从来没在那死过。
And that's why this screen's scary.
这是第一次大会实锤，好吧
？Man, this is unfortunate.
好，那我继续说啊，就是这一面
Again,
有
this is why there's an hour
在最后
45
的右
minute
上角有个
estimate.
缺口，进去之后是有
I don't
个
think
开
I'll
关的。然后就一直逆向回到最一开始的地方，下面有个缺口，我们就可以下去，有个隐藏面啊，隐藏还是隐藏个 BOSS， 这个隐藏 BOSS。
And on the bright side, this game has a ton of extra secret content, so if I do happen to finish early, I can just show off some of that.
然后第4关是口袋妖怪
Alright, now we're in the Pokemon stage. We start out with a trap.
这好像就是口袋妖怪哪一个世代里面的。
And we're just going to get as
然后这边的话，草丛是随机遇敌，然后探险家是可以避开他的视线，就不跟他战。这里就是遇敌就完全是随机了啊，看能遇到啥。
Alright, that was incredible RNG.
看到这个是
I don't know what attacks you have because I haven't gotten you in a while. Hopefully they're not hard.
坏了，我忘了他名字了。
Oh no. It's got the tornadoes, which is a really bad RNG attack. Awesome.
哎呀，那就只能从头开始。
Because of that. Tornadoes is one of the worst attacks in this section.
我在回忆这个鸟叫啥？比雕是吗？哦，这个妙蛙种子。
All right, so forget that good RNG we had. We're back to the start. Unfortunate. But every single time you kill a Pokemon, it saves your position.
你打死一只包裹魔之后会在就是出来的时候。
So
所以刚刚那个
we had to go all the way back to the start,
只能说
but
很差。
that Bulbasaur gave us a save, like halfway through.
这个是
Okay, that's good RNG. Getting this far without an encounter and then getting one that's incredibly easy and has low HP is very good, very good. So that was actually good. That almost slightly made up for the fact that I died late in. I got a sign that does a trap twice, sends you back to the start, regardless of where you were saved. We're gonna go straight past this guy. Alright, pretty good. Okay, another good encounter. Nice, nice. Anytime a game has a Pokemon stage, it has to have this fella so that they can put a trap in it. It's just a requirement. But we're gonna not die to it because I played this game before. Thanks, Tap! Okay. Alright. Good RNG on his turning. That's a fine one to get. It's not great, but it's fine. There are 2 special encounters that you can get in here, in addition to a whole bunch of legendaries. I do hope that I can get one of the special encounters, but I don't really expect to. Oh god, I was not paying attention to which attack it was. That is the scariest one. Alright, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Alright, so now we're gonna hope we can get all the way to the end. And this guy is gonna let us through! He gave us good RNG! Wow. That Pokemon ended up being quite good, despite the start. That was actually very good. Now here's Cynthia. Fuck Cynthia. You may have seen this Pokemon before. So yeah, the 2 like special encounters are you can get Love Trap Miku, Short Love Trap Miku, or the Colonel, Taisa. You can kill them, but you also catching them requires you to get through the whole avoidance without dying. Hi, No Guard. And getting actually through the Colonel avoidance is one of the hardest things in the whole game. It took me like 8 hours. Yeah, that's the bad RNG one. Yeah, I got completely free RNG. Right. Nice. So this guy sucks. We're gonna hope for not the attack where they shoot diagonal. If we don't get that, we're good, because that attack can actually just like wall you and kill you. And I've memorized how the characters look for ones that are actually important to know. Like ones that are likely to. So that's the one we don't want to see. There you go. Fuck that boss. I can't believe I got through that. Alright. That's the heart attack, so that's cool. We got through. We're out of there. So now we're into Celeste. This stage is only sort of like Celeste. It looks like Celeste. It doesn't have a ton of Celeste mechanics. And it has some very strange level design, which we'll get to later. In addition to some traps and stuff. There's a trap here if you land in that gap, for example. But I know where the traps in this are because I've played this game before. So As mentioned earlier, yesterday I had a run that did not die until this stage, and it was on the first save of this stage. So everything you just saw up to this point, I had not died a single time.
但是蔚蓝里面那个石头踩上去之后离开会立刻消失，这个没有完全照搬啊，没有完全照搬。然后这边是弹簧啊，弹簧就是把梯子往上弹好高。
And we just travel around and
刚刚那个弹簧弹上去之后，极限跳是能够到那个板直接上去，能快一点点啊。然后这边就出现了横板，横板就会把踢的横向的一个高动量的一个弹。然后这里有个隐藏。
debatable whether or not that's a skip.
到上一面，有个
But now there's a trap, so we have to hit that top part, or else we just die. Because this game's funny, and it's pretty precise to do that. I can't believe I actually made that. That did not look like.
然后这边是那个蔚蓝那个水晶改成了那个加一跳。
And now we have jump refreshers.
然后这一面也是非常的熟悉啊，是 None 的第3关的隐藏。
They're dash crystals, but we don't dash.
哎，怎么死这儿了
That's something I wish hadn't happened.
很罪恶的。
I just did not jump. Alright. So now we've got a pretty difficult jump coming up. But it's a very short save, so it doesn't matter. And I did it no problem. It's actually pretty precise to get through that. And now we got the platforms that you have to wait a long time for. They're very slow. Very slow. There's a lot of waiting. And it only gets better. Because we've got the worst screen in the game coming up. Not the hardest. Just the worst.
好，然后这边就是左上右上，那个弹簧会跟着这个
Alright, so this you got 2 different paths you can go on.
这里可以用那个按住 Shift， 然后松开的方法，其实就是接 C 啊，只是跟你们平常说的那个接 C 不是一个东西。
Make it
来那个控制这个弹簧的高度。
Do this side in a fast way. Alright, now for the fun screen. So now we've got, I believe it's 2.5 minutes, something like that, of waiting. You don't do much, it's not very hard, it's a lot of waiting. Yeah, I had a 0.5 Exaline earlier. That happens sometimes when you just like jiggle back and forth. On the bright side, this gives me a good opportunity to read what people are saying.
这也没什么好说的，就一直跟车走就行。但是中途有个隐藏啊，到了位置会跟你们说一下。
So yeah, as you can see, a whole lot of waiting, and then it makes you wait even longer by going back, and then back again, and make you do completely nothing jumps. We shoot some buttons with almost no time pressure. And now we wait again. So I'm going to set up a numpad cancel here. Because there's... the hardest jump is right here. Which is a 2-frame or a 1-frame. I don't think a 3-frame works. So I'm just going to do it with a 1-frame. And just get up like that. So that guarantees that I'm not going to die there, unless I really mess something up. There's a secret right over there that we're not getting. And then after all of this, after this 2-minute long gauntlet, you have a trap. And a choke. Oh my god, I almost died to it. I just had a panic attack. Oh my god.
然后这一面有个隐藏，就在左上角放着的。这个
am so
这个拿法是这一关是那个 classic 的那个，就是近景远景一个切换，然后在远景的最右上角有个孔，如果你能到那的话，切换就可以拿到左上角这个隐藏。
Because I got it when I was trying to find the normal path. And I found it actually harder to do the normal path. So now we've got ROM room. If you've seen I Want a Classic, it's that.
然后这个还是
There's a foreground and a background.
近景远景的一个切换。
and you
然后
teleport
加上那
between them.
个蔚蓝的硬币啊，也没什么
It's
好
pretty
说的。
neat.
哎，
Makes
这
for
里
some fun platforming as long as you don't
没有
die.
没有一段跳出来，
It
是
also
直加
makes
段跳
for。a pretty rough boss fight later on. Also, the shapes of these blocks, like visually, it always kind of messes me up for that bonk jump. Even though it's a square, it doesn't look or feel like one to me, so I always mess it up. Alright, now we just go to here. We're gonna do a fast strat here, we do a save reset, and that lets us, if we go as fast as possible, catch up to this platform that you'd otherwise have to wait for, and it's very slow. So I'm glad that that's something you can do. And now we're back in the foreground.
This
screen has a couple traps.
进远景切换，然后这边是有个坑的，要勾引完之后立刻出来，这边速度得快。
If you're too slow, you die there.
然后再回去。
Followed by hitting this button and immediately getting out. And over on the right side,
可以算是个新版本吧，在原版基本上加了很多东西。
Let's hope to
就我
not
刚说的一
die
堆隐藏
to
全是后加的。
the final choke part, and we're good. All right. This is the last screen before the boss.
好，然后是 BOSS， 这个 BOSS 还是节奏海盗里面一个 BOSS。
Wiz Robo. This boss is
也是7格血啊，总共。
This is another very like I want classic fight in the foreground and the background, except that
这边需要
Classic is mostly just
所以你要跟着进原地
hoping you can actually do damage, but it's not hard. Whereas this is actually hard, and the RNG can be really bad. I'm gonna wait. Alright, so every single time you do 4 damage, which is 1 heart container, they teleport to the back or the front, just the opposite of where they are.
好，这边 BOSS 剩3滴血的时候，在进远景的那个高台上会多2个魔法师，会固定放狙，隔一段时间放一个狙。
And we can just keep doing damage.
哎，这个
I hit the sleeve.
这个狙把那个走位崩掉了，撞到 BOSS 本体。
I didn't like the targeting one, and I tried to get out of the way, and I just ran into the boss. That's
我没有说过这个 BOSS 就这把了，好吧？我可没有说过，这是 Wolsk 自己翻的车，跟我没有关系啊。
Like I said, this guy's pretty tough, and it gets harder as it goes on. So starting out, it's very easy, but it adds more attacks, it adds faster attacks, and by the end, it's at its hardest point. Wow, thank you for teleporting there. I guess I won't do damage on the left side. No, you bitch!
Yeah.
So that's why the RNG can be bad. That's why this boss has bad RNG. That's why we hope that doesn't happen. Well, it's live, but it's a restream because it's streamed on Bilibili. Which is also why you're hearing Chinese and English.
准确来说是我都没有奶，没有开奶，然后就莫名其妙就死在一个我完全想不到的地方。
你要知道一点，就你没有奶也是一种奶。
有道理，想法也是一种。
So if you could not kill me again.
奶都可以。
意念奶。
Yeah, it's a restream, not a rerun.
最近解说功力舰长。
Two very different things.
然后剑豪接到了，看看这个，哎，这是新招，差一点。
That finally.
我
God, Jesus, stop!
这个有点吓人。
That was 100% my fault. I'm gonna die again. Okay. All right. Don't.
进远景都有东西，有时候就看着容易晃。
So yeah, sometimes you can teleport and die during the teleport because of the RNG it gives you. Thankfully that didn't happen there, but it could have. Same with that attack. That's another one you don't help. Alright, we're out of there. God, hate this boss. We're free. That was a massive time loss, unfortunately.
过了之后，刚刚就这一面，往中间往下切面，切回到上一面有个隐藏啊，藏的挺坑的这个啊。然后这面就是要进那个蔚蓝山的那个旅馆了，就第3章的内容啊。这边拿钥匙。
The hotel, and it has the Dust Fellows.
经典煤球。
I'm gonna play this real safe.
会有追逐战吗
？Because I do not like that part.
谁知道？
谁知道呢？
Alright, so there's a whole bunch of cycles in here. You can see a golden berry, there's another secret. But actually, that's not the secret. That leads to the secret. And the secret itself is another boss that took me
这个金草莓
8 hours.
怎么拿呢？就是在这个下一面，下一面这里
there's some hard stuff
左下角是可以有一条隐藏路的，然后就可以去拿到那个金草莓。但是啊，这个金草莓可不是白拿的，它不是直接给你，它就是拿完之后呢，你得就是把后面到这一关结束的这一段流程到 BOSS 全部一命，一命之后有个隐藏 BOSS， 打完之后呢拿到那个金草莓，那个隐藏 BOSS 还特别难。
So we're gonna push ourselves to the side there and go underneath. Drop down fast, go around. We're probably with this positioning gonna have to jump over. Yeah, we'll just play it safe. I wouldn't have to, but
因为后面有空洞呀。
Yeah, the golden berry you get it at the start.
它是全部都是这个
finding some other way to enter the secret, which is a hidden area down below. And then you go through the whole section without dying, including the boss that's in this section. And that is actually the worst part about it, is that this boss is extremely random and kind of luck-based.
对，甚至有金线，你可以这么理解，金线面。当然那个金线不需要隐秘啊，就是在那个打隐藏 BOSS 前面有个存档，那个隐藏 BOSS 特别难。
We're gonna get this on this side, just so we don't have to come back for it. So maybe we'll get through this without dying. I probably won't. You also can't like save and reset the cycles like I do there.
速通的话都没什么好说的，就
Oh, I messed up.
哎，
没什么好说的啊，没什么好说的。
Wrong step because I accidentally fell down.
河把你等到了，赛德莎。
Alright, so this is the cycle we have.
啊，我刚想说这是个时机盒，然后咣当一下直接撞上去了，它绝对是点
And again, we'll play this one pretty safe. There is a faster way to do it that I've done many times before, but I can never remember actually how to do it consistently.
啊，这边这个板子跟之前不太一样，就是踩了之后这个是上升的，这个在原版是没有的。
Where we try our best to push our way through and avoid these things.
话说之前那个版本有
And hopefully don't get destroyed.
有，这现在玩的这些原版都有，
mechanic,
只是加了一个。然后这边就是那个。
So now when we hit
你
the
可以
purple
说
thing,
是蔚蓝的机制，但是这个其实很早就有，就是在 key 的后面有一堆暗黑 key 的重复路径。其实我觉得最早好像是马里奥就有，马里奥里面很早就有，不到出处。
不熟。
It's a pretty easy stage, but it is the most Celeste feeling of the stage.
这位常年耀西的赛德莎。
And as a big fan of Celeste, I enjoy this part. It also has one of the best secrets in the game.
好，然后这一面就是加了一个紫砖，紫砖是那个暗黑 key 的路过之后呢，会变实体，实体就可以踩。然后这一面好像有个隐藏，是这面。
The amount of content that the secrets add is basically like 3 times.
啊，不是这面，不是这面。
这面是新加的。In the base game, it's ridiculous how much there is, and it's not even finished.
反正有个别面是新加的。
This game is huge.
啊，这面是一个速度盒。 就一路往后往前冲就行，然后这面也是个隐藏的。哎
，I
刚是死了
，cannot remember the last time I've died.
我都没看见，而且怎么没有存档？
不得了！
而且怎么没有存档？哦，对，这个确实没有存档。
That's fine. We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen.
这面有个隐藏，就是你把这个绿线碰完之后
，Wow, a first try. That's crazy.
往回走有个隐藏。
And a final trap just to say fuck you to the player.
也不知道为啥在这放个坑。
All right.
然后
Now
是
for the RNG hell boss.
boss 不是奥西龙，不是那个旅店老板，是枪弹地牢的一个 boss， 不知道为啥。
This boss is upsetting to play.
然后这个 boss 的移动方式跟东方
Probably my
有点
least
像，
favorite
他
boss in
就
the
是
game.
会往
So he will try to move towards me
随机移
constantly,
动
sometimes moving closer than others.
然后再加上招式也是
And
随
we
机
have
的
to hope
所以
that
这个
the
boss 有
attack
点
that he
逼。
gives is one that allows me to do a whole bunch of damage, doesn't kill me, and in the meanwhile, he's not constantly moving towards us and pushing us into a place we don't want to be. The more times he throws that gauntlet, the better. And once again, this boss gets harder as it goes on. You asshole! Alright, cool.
差一点。
So I was going to just try to stay on top of the platform, but he had so much drift that he just kept going. But I thought I'd be safe, but I was not.
隐藏 boss 也是个枪弹地牢的 boss， 我忘了是谁
Get out of there.
是个挺帅的一个 boss。
So these purple
哦，这个过半血之
curve.
后进入二阶段，二阶段就是有煤球，地板会很危险。
No, we're
哇，
fine.
吓人！应该过了，就
Now
这
that
把，
attack
就这
can
把。
only happen once it's low on HP.
解说的自信，好吧，这就这把，就这把。
And we're going to try to make sure it dies in the
可以
middle
过了。
because it
然后
won't
死完
actually
之后，
kill
那
you
个
while it's
boss
here.
本体这里会爆一把钥匙，
And it'll spawn a
往
key
上走
that
就
we
行
need to collect. So this saves a whole bunch of time by having it
然后
die
金草莓
on
就是
our
打
path
完这个
all the way
boss 之
out.
后，在这里，
I'm
那
really glad that
个
was
金
the
草莓
first
会在这
try.
里
That
开一个
RNG was not
隐藏的
good.
一个面啊，在这儿。
That could have taken a lot longer than it just did. So I'm
然后下一
satisfied.
关，下一关是龙之云路。这一关隐藏也挺多的啊，
So
到
we're
时候
gonna do
再
a
说。
skip here.
这一关主要是这个云啊，云
There
的
are a
话
whole
跟
bunch
刚
of
刚那个板
buttons.
一
You
样，
can kind
你
of
踩上
choose
去之
how
后会
hard
慢
you
慢
want
往
to
下
make
降。
the ending of the screen. We're gonna go full risk just for fun because it's a marathon.
这里直接超近路，
Wow,
一个
I
按
didn't
钮的
even
关，
reach the
然后氪金都没
Alrighty.
直接死。
That's unfortunate.
那么问题来了，赛德莎这个
So
云游戏
next
面
time
出
we're
这什么
not
游
gonna
戏
do
呢？
full risk because I
这
didn't
个
even
我就
get
不
to
知道
attempt it.
I don't know，
你们怎么都不知道？
这我是真不知道，不知道这个贴图啥素材从哪来的。
So the more buttons you hit, the
这句
easier
话
the
是老
ending
云
is.
让我问你
But
的。
we're going to just hit these two, which
你
makes
也
that
是龙啊
just into
这
a.
里
Double
安稳
jump
了
gate
按了
and
一
a
个
regular
一个按钮，按了一个按钮。
Now here's a funny skip. Going to grab that
这里可
line,
以直接一
right
个
up to
极
the
限跳
spike
跳
and
过
just
去，
full
哎，
jump
可以
over.
直接过了。
And here's another funny skip.
然后这里也是可以直接跳，
This game has a very, very low kill border
有点难度。
这里要
allows
切换
us
JC 键位，哎，可以
to
过了
get。way off the screen and just jump over to the other
所
side.
以说 JC 嘛，对吧？
然后
Second try is good.
确实，
And now we got a puzzle screen.
然后就是这个转平台的这个机关，这个
So
小
there's
简
a
鱼。
faster way to do this part here, but we're going to play it safe because I prefer to do it that way rather than potentially die and have to redo the whole screen. Plus it makes the ending
啊，
easier.
然后这一关
And
的
a
第一个
final
隐藏
trap,
就
just for
在
fun.
这一面，这一面下面是有个大坑的，有个大坑的，等会就能看到。然后你勾引这个大坑出来之
And
后
get out of that screen.
回去，而不是走就下面，而是回去，回去在上一面左下角有个隐藏，藏的挺坑。
And once again, just spin this a couple times, which will give us a diagonal. If you try going over the top, it's a trap, so we have to put it into this position
虽然说
and go
场景
underneath.
挺坑的，但是这个隐藏的思路挺好的。酷吗？
I do not
You
use a
can
jump
have a
cancel
little
button, no. I just,
Yes.
I
私
jump
房钱都
cancel
没这么
normally.
长的。
这面是一个比较长的面，然后也有个隐藏，就在后面一点，到了之后再说，就下个岛，这里要
Alright.
等那个刷新对，然后
So
在
drop
变
down.
方向之后立刻射掉，因为是有个坑的
We。hope we don't
然后
die to
这个
that,
隐藏就
which
在这
I have not
儿，
in
就
a
在
long time,
这
but
3
you
个
know,
机关中间，
that does
中
not
间
mean anything.
那个大块有个隐藏路可以进去，但这里需要调这个机关的位置，还挺麻烦
And
的。
now we got a funny screen. Remember that one earlier that had the part at the end that just killed me? Well,
很难，这个100%，等我
this
会
is
说它
that, but
特
also
别难，
harder.
应该不太可能
and
会有人
longer.
跑
之。前那个金草莓就已经有点难度了。
对，刚刚还这但那不是最难的，最难的我等会会说，到会说。然后这里右上角那个最右上角有个隐藏，进去有个隐藏啊。
还有。
Followed, of course, by another trap.
好，然后是新机制啊，这个是拿了之后可以射击，射击之后会把你传送到最远的那个位置。
哦，几米克。
So now I've got laser kids. You look at a wall and shoot, and it just sends you across the screen to it. Sometimes it'll reset your momentum, other times it won't. I really don't understand why. It seems like a bug. But it makes that one section that I just did a whole lot easier. That it resets you on that one specifically. So it's probably
跟 S 有点像吧，但不一样。这个是瞬移啊，这是瞬移。S 有是慢慢把你给传过去。
我觉得这么多隐藏，我有一瞬间在思考，它究竟是先把隐藏全部都做出来，然后还是先找地儿再塞隐藏？
我估计应该是找地儿塞的吧。刚刚那边是不是有隐藏？我给忘了。
我倒有一种他在那个想做的话，好多隐藏，先写下来，然后再往关卡里面塞。
了，刚刚有个传送，右边是可以直接跨面传的，是。
It's a bit of a puzzle, but it's like not really. It's pretty simple.
这一关最后一个隐，这里要直接传过去。你自己跑着跑过去。那应该路过，错过了。
Alright, so now we got Manfred from the Messenger.
然后是一个 boss， 这个 boss 是3个阶段。
If we get good RNG, we can kill it very fast, and if I play well, we can kill it very fast.
这个 boss 有个速杀法。
So we want to see an
阶段
explanation on the
就
bottom.
没办法，就老是打。
That is a slow
他的
attack.
招是完全随机。
And you'll see why.
对，这个 boss 是信使。
Unless it doesn't show me why.
所以这贴图是不是也是来自信使
？Alright, great. It can do 2 attacks here, and one of them, there you go. So you can see that gives you a lot more damage.
血量到一定程度，它会把左墙破掉。破掉之后，这里可以弹墙啊，然后就是进入一段道中。这道中的时候，这个龙会乱窜，然后这里速杀的话，要求是这里一定要把所有的墙全摊上。对。
And you can actually skip the second set of damaging in a big old square. So that is pretty good damage. I might.
最后站在这个台子上先别下去。
I think I should have.
这边能摊几下。
Now we wait here. We get a
好，然后进入2阶段。然后如果你之前那个弹墙弹的够的话
，It wasn't.
2阶段打几枪就过了。哎，对，这就打了几枪就过了。然后3阶段一样的，就是还是一段道中嘛，道中还是尽量能把伤害能摊到都摊。
And now we can just play this real safe and real slow because we have to wait. Now we got another couple of opportunities to damage Manfred.
这里漏了几枪，还行。哎，坏了，竟然死在刺儿上了。
So bad.
The cycle that you'll get there for is not always the same because it's on a global. So unfortunately, the spikes were not letting me get over with how I was optimizing damage. So that was.
哦，那是圆的问题。等我摇一个学长啊，别急。
卡了。
Wolsk 最近直播它的网络一直有问题啊，就经常会出现断连的状态啊，这是他刚才断连了，问题不大。
So my internet drops out consistently every hour. Like I said, it died in the middle. I did say it would.
OBS 它那个网络每1个小时都会自动什么重置一下，反正就这个问题。
So that's just the way it'll be. It shouldn't die again for the rest of the run. Alright, that time I skipped it at least. That time I skipped it at least.
谁说的太电信？出来挨打。
Let's hope I'm not on a bad cycle.
他家网也是电信的。
Because it's
每次大会对于
optimizing damage is nice.
这里也少摊了几枪。大概1-2枪吧。
There we go, that's much.
这里就求稳了。
So that's how it should be.
然后这里也是站在这儿，摊个1-2枪。这里最多也就摊个1-2枪。哇，这摊的有点极限，我的天，吓人。 那这里就基本上一招就。
That's good RNG。
他这照出的这招能打很多枪的，人家记了。可以，翻了一下，浪费了大概2分钟。
大家最爱的龙过了。
All right, and we're out of there. Into the next section.
好，然后这个是个过程，这边左边有个隐藏，就是这个下路左边有个隐藏。然后又回到第一大关，这个初始的大地，然后开了一条新路，这里往下，这一段下路右边有个隐藏，就这里右边有个隐藏，这个隐藏是全游戏最难的一个隐藏，要一命过一个一击101面，有4个 boss， 最后是一个空，最后是一个空壳，这个隐藏是最恶心的一个隐藏。啊，然后是到了一个隐藏水道。
All right, we got a little bit of a puzzle here. I messed up.
再来一颗。
一命过101面，然后25、50、75、100个一个 boss。
Nice.
然后101面，其实102面。
Usually you want to leave that one as a block because it's
很
easier.
恶心，我的天。
But I accidentally destroyed it, which means it could have been bad. But at least I didn't die. I'm gonna do a save reset here because this is a good cycle. If you do that, you jump through, jump up, and then go all the way around. And now we got a really slow room. Required waiting.
这面挺好玩的，这个地板会一上一下。
Skip in any capacity.
有，但是 B 站没搬。油管上有一个100%的一个视频。
The hard parts at the end.
是把所有的隐藏全拿了。
啊，懂了，学长搬一个。
4个多小时的视频呢，我这里面就有个隐藏，就是这里往右大概走一半会触发一个 trigger， 就是一个机关。就这里会听到嘎喳一声，然后就是射击这个按钮，我想起来是射这个按钮，然后往回走一个隐藏。
And this is a screen that's quite long, and I'm really bad at.
水关综合经常会出现的一个水流。
I don't know why I'm so bad at it, but I am.
不知道为什么他们就喜欢这个
Maybe it'll go well today. Maybe I'll prove myself wrong.
觉得单纯跳水已经不够刺激了。
There are just a whole bunch of parts to it, and nothing in it is difficult. But
海王那圈究竟进化成了什么样子
？Thank God. I just really have a habit of dying there. I'll wait patiently. And we're gonna wait for the spike wall to get here.
好，然后下一面右上角有个按钮，按完之后往回走是个隐藏，就是往回跨面。
Maybe the best in the game. Well, no, it's the best in the game until the final boss. So we shoot just the bottom blocks ideally, but it doesn't matter too much either way. And here's the corridor where we exit.
这里往右是个坑，要继续往下。
We ignore it.
好，然后这里往左下有个隐藏，是个隐藏 boss。
All right, next boss.
然后是这边是一个 boss，也是节奏海拉鲁里的 boss。
So, ever seen I Want to Be the Destination?
设计的思路跟5B6差不多啊。
It's got a little bit of inspiration.
一开始有4个状态，会随机切换，然后打这个刺儿，然后这个刺儿是没判定的，跟原版不太一样。
Oh no. Red is the hard one.
这个是2个阶段之间切换的话，弹幕会有个交叉，就会比较难。然后就是居加一个随机的一个情况，比较难处理。
Red is the only really difficult attack in this. Green is the easiest. Yellow can be hard. Blue can be hard. But red is consistently hard. So yellow it has rings. And it's random whether it'll be a targeting ring that just shoots at you, or bouncing cherries that go. It transitioned right as they were going to hit the floor, so I was expecting a bounce and they didn't bounce. Bruh. Alright. Let's try it again. Hopefully with less dying. Okay, at least it didn't go into red this time. Best RNG is if you kill every color other than red, and then red just stays at the end. So red is like quite easier if you're on the left side.
红色的不是需要，红色的是随机扩散的。
The problem is a lot of the attacks generally you're not just gonna end it on the left side. I was intentionally being on the left side in case red showed up.
好，现在两个状态打完了，红色的应该也快了。
Because it just swings back and forth. Oh, and now we have only yellow.
好，只剩黄色了，就是刚刚死的这个黄色，看看这次会不会死啊？啊，我觉得稳了，好吧。
And it's giving me a lot of the targeting.
我觉得稳。
请某位解说不要带有自我倾向，是不是？
And now we got the white.
最后是经典啊，这个5v6最后一阶段好像都差不多。
It's not very hard.
这个随机弹还稍微有一点必要。
Far longer than it does in now and do the.
那我觉得沃斯克应该不会死。
So, it's not something I expect to die to.
这个不用躲这个刺儿。
But because of how long it lasts, there's always the possibility. Can you stop? Let me get out of the corner.
基本上稳了，过了。
All right.
别死在这儿了，死这儿那是真丢人。
Not too bad.
好，然后进入下一关叫水
And now
晶
we
洞窟，
got
然后空洞的这个素材
金屋关
like the soda.
好
Because the
绿。
tile set looks like a
我也不知道
Sprite
为什么
can.
他们设计成这么
不知道，
奇怪的颜色。
我不知道这个贴图和测为什么要找这么绿的。
对。
然后这边这个怪
So
呢
it's
是这
got
样的，你可以被
RNG if they
打
both
死，
go the same way.
要打很多枪。
Because
然后
of
也
this,
可以这样，就是你打它之后，它会往你那冲，你也可以利用这个方法
makes
来
you
直接
just
跳过去。
wait for a long time. The
这里
direction they
存档
choose
是
to
为
go
了
is
抽的，
random.
这里不
So
存
it could
档，
have
直接
been
往上是
both to
最
the
快
left,
的。
both to the right, or one left, one right. So obviously there's a 1/3 chance of it being bad. I'm gonna die.
哇，刚刚这里有点吓人。
So yeah, there's a 1/3 chance of it being bad, and unfortunately I
这
got
边
the
所有的
1/3.
怪都可以打。
对，这大
没上去，反向开大了，属于是。这里看一下时机。
So this stage ends with a screen that's really long, really difficult, and dying there is kind of expected, but really just not something I want to happen.
对，这边就是利用这个射击，它会冲过来的一个特性，直接过去。好，然后这边是出现这个空洞里面这个大钢虫啊，这个虫子是打不死的。
screen you have to worry about, really.
对，就躲就行了。
常绿之境。
对，苍绿之境里面那个水里面那个大虫，主要
I
是下
want to
劈
see
攻
that I
击。
go down the
下劈
right
攻击。
side, and that's because the left side has a trap now.
哎，以后再说了。然后这边有个隐藏，这边有个隐藏，就这两个虫子这里隐藏咋进的我忘了。哦，想起来了，就这个右边站倒刺，然后往上跳，有个隐藏，想起来了。
That only works if you get him while he's turning around.
然后这边是最恶心啊，空洞玩家最讨厌的一个小怪啊，就是
These dudes are
股神，对，
assholes.
就
The
是
strat
这
to
个
kill
三
them
发的
is
自
you
一
jump,
的
and
这
then
个，
as you're falling, it'll hit them.
原版的那个狙比这个快，所以很恶心。
边境看到直接绕路走。
Everyone hates them in Hollow Knight. I'm gonna play that safe and just wait an extra turn.
这边是个坑啊，要往上跳的时候开，然后这边
There are a lot of
手里已
traps
经要
in
勾
this
引
game, in case it's not obvious. Okay, so the next save is the scary one.
然后这里是
We're gonna hope it goes well.
哎，那是什
I
么地
don't
方
have
会
high hopes
出现这
given
个
how
怪来着？
everything else has been so
电动
far,
它这电饭
but
锅算了。
who knows?
行吧
Maybe I'll be
就是
surprised.
他这出的这个随机弹啊，
预兆的毛比克。
哎
Really?
怎么死
怎么
刺
回事
上？
I knew I
怎么回事？
completely underjumped that, but I was hoping I'd still make it.
就是 P 的能不能下 P？ 不会下 P。哎，那个我们就有一年综合就出现综合不也超了一
年？
年？
有个空洞的，然后有下 P。
那个有下 P 吗？我忘了。
因为狗斯特一看是空洞的，就拿给我显摆。
Like I said, this game. I'm gonna play that safe. This game has a lot of bonk jumps.
哦，对，古老盆地，对，古老盆地，想想。
对。
All right, now the hard save.
这边这个存档有点难，就是往上，然后你左右两个鼓绳。
Maybe the hardest save in the game.
然后上去之后是最难的啊，上去就中途是没什么难，对，上去之后你要立刻把这个2个清掉。
So you lose a lot of time if you die, like just jumping straight into a spike.
选手很激动啊。
No, there's no slash. You only have a gun.
然后这边是有个隐藏的，这边是有个隐藏的，就是这边现在上去不是要开这个开关吗？这里求稳是可以把这个橡皮桶打掉，然后上去，对，这是稳一点。然后这里开开关之后往回走
，Yikes! Part 2 done.
往回走，你可以看到下面有个侧微微的在往左挪，然后那个地方可以进去。
Oh, thank God!
进去有个隐藏。然后这边是那个深潮底这个大高虫，我忘了名字叫啥。它图鉴还不太好拿。
在 bingo 里面有它专门有个图鉴的格子。
是，它这个图鉴要单独收集，因为它这个虫子打不死。
还别说这个虫子的图鉴，甚至你还需要拿到黑虫呢。
So yeah, that elevator save is
好像不需要拿黑虫，也可以调查。
Really hard, really long, and quite upsetting.
不，我记得那个地方不需要进去。
So that's section 1 of Hollow Knight. Now we're on section 2. The mechanic is it's dark and it has a terrible sound.
哦，对，顺便说，刚刚说的那个隐藏，就是刚不是说有个隐藏，那个进去是个蜂巢，是一大关，是一个蜂巢，有好多面，然后那个道中是 gimmick 跳刺是个4方向转重力，很恶心。然后最后还有个 boss 是蜂巢骑士。
挺酷的。
那个做的也挺。
Stop! To get up. All right, cool.
然后这里也挺吓人的。然后深潮这里的其实就很黑，它很黑，然后有这种紫色的这个刺，你可以射击它，然后把周围照亮。但是速通的话一般不太会干这个事儿，因为路线节奏比较熟，直接走这个。
会有灵魂圣所的一些小怪呢。
我也
不知道为什么在这，就不用在意这些。
All right, nice.
这里面有个隐藏。
That screen is one that I've messed up a lot recently.
这里面有个隐藏。
In fact, in the run that was incredible. This was where I screwed up everything.
在这里左下角有个开关，开完之后回去啊，有个隐藏。然后这里超近路就不开开关了，直接跳空装，一次就过了。
This stage is very scary.
跟灵魂圣所联姻完，有一个水晶山峰联姻是吧？深潮啊，你罪该万死。
然后这边这个紫色的怪也是可以照亮，但是你打死之后它就没有光亮了，就是一个取手的问题。
Slow elevator ride.
这里是不打死不行了，但是把路给挡住。
We're gonna hope that this platform does not snap us upwards and that we don't die to that mite.
就不用在意这个本来不太应该会在这里的怪为什么会在这里了。
That sound is like somewhat satisfying, but also just terrible.
这边是个 RNG 啊，但是弹速很慢。
Alright, once again, we're gonna play this screen very safe.
这边要稍微轻一点。
Because my favorite thing is not dying.
水晶山峰的那个小虫子是能够被普通攻击打到的吗？
不行，只能用法术。
You can see there are a whole bunch of traps.
我就说
好像不是这个，是那个发激光的，发激光的只能用法术。
The aspids are easier to kill because you can use the fact that you're like falling down in water constantly to get through.
这里直接跳这个横纵啊，横纵，这个就满力一下就100%的下去。
But that just allows us to get here a little sooner and attempt that hard jump sooner, so that if we die, it doesn't matter as much.
这个就是激光虫。
And now we've
不太认识，就他那不是有2种虫
？The boss of the stage.
然后这里是老朋友啊，老朋友，出来卖个萌。
It's the hardest boss in the game, Zote. He's gonna run straight at us.
不是，他有多芬达？
这卖个萌啊，卖个萌。然后进入这个下一关。
哦。
So now we've got a scary part.
这个竞技场有
This is the
3场竞技
Coliseum.
的，
There
第一
are
场是
3
固定
parts to
的
it.
这个杂兵
The
战。
first one is the longest but not the most difficult. The third one is the most difficult. But this one, obviously, because it's so long, you can lose a lot of time, and this is a serious run killer. In fact, pretty much everything from here on out is a serious run killer.
这没什么好说的，也不难，就打就完事了。
So we're going to hope that there isn't anything that seriously kills the run. So it has sets of enemies that come out, and it progresses based on if you've killed the current set of enemies, so it's not just constantly spawning them. It kind of has checkpoints. Alright, so after this, now we've got a limited space section. So now we can't jump as high. It ultimately doesn't matter much except for the aspids, because the aspids are harder to dodge when you can't jump exactly how you want to. Especially when there's 2 of them. Alright, that was really fast. That was like super fast. I never do it that well. And now the final section. The boss of this section. Alright, so that's gonna maybe charge at me. Alright. So what I've discovered, maybe, it's something that I'm pretty sure is correct, is this boss has 2 different attacks it can do. One is charging at you, the other is just slamming the top and the bottom. And what I have discovered, and what I think I've figured out, is when it's in the top half of the screen, it can either charge or it can slam with like a 50-50 chance. Like that was a slam. But a lot of the time, while it's slamming, it's just constantly on the bottom half of the screen, so it's rare that it'll charge after it's doing the slamming. So I got a little unlucky with the way that it charged again, because charging doesn't let you do as much damage, but we first tried it, and that's what matters. We also want to make sure we don't kill it because it has an attack when it dies. Alright, and now another set.
好，下一场是4选1，看这个沃斯克选哪个啊？右上角的，右上角是马尔姆，
by far the easiest fight in the whole thing.
打啤酒，估计这个是最快的吧，可能。然后剩下几个我说一下。对，4个都是梦境 boss， 左上角是无眼，左下角是马库斯，右下角是服装了。
谁选马克思啊？
It's Marmu! So Marmu just bounces around and circles the kid. If we get good spawn locations, we can get 4 hits in a cycle, which lets us kill it quickly. Most of the time, you're gonna get 3, though. It's pretty hard to get 4 consistently.
这个估计应该是对比过，打这个最快，估计啊，我不确定啊。 还是说就是打这个舒服。
I was almost a 4. I'm trying to kite it to make it go low, so that way I have a better chance at getting 4.
这个确实挺
There's Marmu.
这就没了。
Really, really, really incredibly easy. Followed immediately by an incredibly hard fight. So this one is extremely luck-based. And just hard even without the luck aspect of it. This has 2 choices. Both are really long and luck-based, so we're gonna go with the one that's luck-based, but also a bit of skill.
左边是灵魂大师，左边有2个阶段，所以很慢。
So that is the goal here.
然后收藏家也是魔改版啊，就是他这个 boss 不是原版是会就招好多小弟嘛。
The collector.
对，丢罐子，然后这里也改了，改成了那个丢垃圾啊，等会可以看。
So as it goes on.
啊，我想起来了。
His jumps get faster and faster, and also the objects that he throws down from the top of the screen get bigger and bigger. And because they get bigger, it gives you less space to dodge things. And the less space you have to dodge, the harder it is, obviously. So our hope is that we can get a lot of damage in, and not get a lot of big objects while he's trying to jump over us. Because our space will be very limited.
所以到后期还挺难的，很容易封死。
直接丢的东西体积会变大。
对，什么库妈都来了。
Wow, and I'm getting completely free RNG right now. Completely free.
但是怎么说都是打右边这里要快很多，因为左边那个灵魂大师打完之后，就是会很长一段时间，然后突然进入二阶段暴走。
而且还是那个灵魂大师那个他本身输出就不是非常容易。
That was very easy.
原版就这么
Trust me, that is one of the
然后
hardest
这个
bosses in the
竞技
game.
场有个隐藏，怎么触发呢？就是二周目之后呢，把这边所有的 boss 全部打完。就刚刚不是说4选1、2选1吗？
还有2周目。
对，它可以2周目。然后这里这是一个道中啊，道中沃斯克要 JC 开启 JC。
One second.
这个剑尾也要超一个进度。
One second. Help.
我继续说啊，那个隐藏是把所有的 boss 打完，然后回到那个第一场 boss 前面跟那个大师那我忘了他名字对话，然后对话之后会开启一个隐藏路，进去是梦境左侧，梦境左侧那个还挺难打的。
There we go. And that skips pretty much the whole screen.
那个空洞里左侧
Took me a lot longer than it should have.
我想到那个空洞里面那个左特例大的隐藏。
There, that should give you proof that I'm not using a jump cancel button. Because I am not good at it. Sometimes I get it first try, sometimes it just.
好，然后进入。
I get stuck.
这个是 FB 应该是，现在多长时间？And
now we have the final boss, Jevil.
这不太可能。
This is very long.
三角符文的。
对，三角符文的第一张隐藏 boss。那个小种，
the attacks change as it keeps going, and every single time you deal with one attack, it has another attack that is a damage attack, and all of those get harder as it goes on. So,
对，然后这边就是每次出现的这个招式随机的
some of the damage attacks are a lot harder than others.
然后打完之后就是 boss 会在满场乱跑嘛，那个也是随机的。
there's some RNG aspects that we hope not to have something go wrong.
你要打分身，打分身
It's
会
a
爆
very
死。
very long boss and very difficult.
也是跟着绕圈。
なんでもできる。
白桃。
なんでもできる。
Wow, we're just getting the same damage attack over and over.
打分身的话
Trust me, there are like 5 or 6.
增加难度是不是
Something like that.
这边是大狙，要勾引着走。
So now we have the hearts. The hearts just spiral and target you. There you go. There's another one. That's a different one. That's also one of the fastest ones.
好，然后打到半血之后呢是，招式会有小加强吧？我忘了。啊不是这个 boss， 不是这个 boss， 这个
almost into section 2, which section 2 has the heart attacks.
哎，不对，好像有加强，我想想。对，你看现在这个分身很多了。
Alright, now we're into section 2. So we got scythes, the carousel,
然后这里
or this, which is a collection of all the different shapes together.
加强之后，这个
maybe the hardest one of the 3.
就是一堆狙的这个招呢会混到一块啊，就各种发色的这个狙都会来。
坏了，太久没有尔汪了，我居然觉得还好。
That's one you don't want to miss because it gets hard. Because when it runs underneath you.
这个是镰刀，镰刀这招挺难的，出现挺难躲。但是熟悉之后其实
it goes out, and it goes in again, and then you're done. Scythes take a while to learn how to read, but once you know how to do it, it's not too bad.
好，剩一滴血，固定进一个小耐久。
This is a pattern. It's always the same. And there's a little trap right at the end, where you have to weave through.
好，这里的话在最左边或者最右边躲，
躲
这个超大镰刀。出电的话，如果你站在正中间就来不及了。然后最后一滴血，别在这儿。
There you are. There we go. All right, first try. That's really good.
哎，一命过了，很顺。
I'm glad.
但是没结束，刚刚只说了这是第一大阶段。
I'm incredibly glad about that. So that's the final boss. There you go, game's done. That's it. We did it. We beat the game. There's nothing left because we beat the game. Unless... And now we got the best boss.
好，然后进入第二阶段。二阶段是仿的 Just Ships and Beats 的一个小耐久，也不是小耐久，耐久做的还没有通过第3关。
So now we've got a just shapes and beats section. It is actually very similar to the
顺便说这个2个阶段之间是有个存档的，所以不用担心在这死。
The specific one is based on an actual level in just shapes and beats, and if you know that level, it does make it easier to dodge. But this has one major instagib right near the end, and a few other parts that are just kind of hard. It should be pretty consistent minus like the 2 RNG attacks once you've learned it.
这边都是固定的。
喜欢一切节奏游戏。
And this attack is nothing, except the occasional time when it just kills you. It's just really nothing.
这个是个随机弹，但是不难躲。
There you go. So this is the hard attack. This is the one you have to worry about because the RNG can actually be difficult.
啊，那基本上过了，这个耐久也不难。
So unlike just shapes and beats, you obviously don't get HP because this is an I Wanna Be the Guy game. So you have to be in the bottom left corner here, unless you just get lucky in the bottom right. More RNG. And now you want to be on the bottom right. So that's the insta-give. You can get lucky on the left like I would have just there, but it's still not something you want to bank on. And the final RNG attack. Nice. First try. Cruising. And you want to end this closer to the center because you're going to have to jump up and the faster you can finish it. Okay, and there you go, the game's over.
That's
it. We beat the final boss, and now we could just climb to the ending and call it good. There you go, we stopped the heartbeats, everyone. Unless... So now it's the final boss.
这个是真正的 final boss， 有3阶段。3阶段是这样的，就左右可以穿屏。穿屏呢，你需要把这个它的左右手从出来就可以打掉，打掉之后心脏会出现，可以打个2枪。
in order to unlock being able to damage the heart. And again,
它这个招式完全是随机的。
So there are certain attacks where we're not going to do damage, like this one does not give you any time to
这一招其实可以稍微参几下，但是求我。
And this is a good one to get. Because it's hard to dodge, but it gives you a lot of time after to actually
这里弹枪是真的很容易死。它这个招式一个 combo 直接把你带走。
Also, the transition between the two sides is not perfectly seamless, so you can get killed. I should not have done that.
然后这边招式有
I'm an idiot.
有小加
So
强
you can get killed in the screen
然后
transition.
这里也没躲过去。
Remember when I said we weren't going to damage it during that attack? Remember that? I remember that. But I made a mistake.
不过说实话，这剩了多长时间？
So this has basically like 3 levels of attack.
不是一般30多分钟吗？
First, it's just introducing them, they're pretty easy. And then after a bit of damage, it goes into the next set of attacks. So you can see how slow this is, and just how infrequently it shoots.
后面可以展示一些隐藏导线。
When you see it a little bit later, you're going to see that it's actually much, much faster. If I get it again. Also now there's 2 sets of the circles instead of.
这个游戏还有个隐藏的是，就是你通关之后有一个2周目模式，2周目模式有个限时，1小时半之内通关有个隐藏。
on that transition from left to right
逼你速通
or right to left. So now you can see it's much faster. So we're into the second section.
对，1个半小时，那个挺难的。你看这个沃斯克这次给的这个预计时间是1小时15，所以稍微翻一翻就超了那个1。
Because all it means is I'm not doing damage.
这一招就是穿屏躲，你不要跟着那个转啊，跟着转很难躲的。
And then there is the third set, which we should be onto after this. Oh my god, that spawn.
啊，直接撞上去。
So now we've got harder.
I'm
an idiot. Now we've got harder scythe attacks.
我这个刚说这是最难的招，然后死了。亲身示范了，属于是。
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so there is a speedrun achievement in this game, that 1.5 hour mention. There is a secret item in this game that you get for speedrunning the game. And you have to do it in an hour and a half. 1 hour 30. Please, please, please. No! So that's not very hard to do if you've practiced at all or like done a few playthroughs. At least it wasn't very hard for me. However, getting a time like I have in the game at just under an hour 11 is quite a bit more difficult. No, you bitch!
哎，这个没有打。
I was playing that way too safe. Whatever.
浪费了一点时间。哎，但是我觉得
missing 1 damage on the heart is fine because the boss actually has an odd number of HP. But missing 2 shots is bad because that's just a waste of time. But I was not paying enough attention. I should have just gone for damage. Again. It really likes giving me the attack I can't do anything on.
我现在不敢判断，因为这个太随机了。
Bruh! Alright, so now we're into the scythe section that I mentioned before that I died to immediately. It's got a few different attacks. Oh my god!
哇，吓人！
Oh, I just had a panic attack. So this is a good one to get here because it's good for damage. Alright, and once again. So you can see now when you shoot it, it shoots out 2 bullets instead of 1. So there's much more retaliation shots. Okay. And time ends with the heart explodes.
当这个心碎掉之后，
Time. There it is.
对，停止计时。
Oh.
1小时16分。
Like I said, it has an odd number of HP. If that were an even number, I probably would have died. But there we go. There is I Want to Stop the Heartbeats X in an hour 16. That was actually a very good run. I don't know if I was ahead at any point. I don't think I was. Looking at my splits, I was basically tied with my PB out of the first Celeste stage. And I did have a single gold, but yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I'm satisfied with that. The world record, I don't know of anyone else who ran it as much as I did. Everyone I know just ran it for the achievement, which would have been I had like an hour 24, 54 or something, and most people had like within 5 minutes of the hour and a half. So I'm sure someone else has run it and maybe gotten a low time, but to my knowledge, I have 1:10:58 is the best I have. Whether or not that's the record, I don't know. I don't know who else has done runs.
他说沃斯克说他的 PB 是就诊断 PB 是1小时10分。
I don't know how good he did. So Ghost, you get to make the decision. Should I show off some other random stuff in the game and secret stuff, or just move on to the next bit because we're behind at this point? You get to make the choice. Secret stuff? Aight. Sounds good. So now... There's my death count! 48! My record had 45. And the run I had yesterday was 36. It was almost like 25. But then it went bad. Almost 25. Alright, so here you can see every single one of these dots corresponds to a secret. So stage 1 has 5 secrets, stage 2 has 2. There's Pokemon, which the secret for this is getting all of them. But there's one specific one I want to show, which is right here. There's actually 2 secrets in such a very short section. One of them is really stupid. It starts with that. What the fuck? That's the hard part. I mean, it's hard in general, but... Aww. Slopes. Yeah, I wasn't supposed to first try that corner. That's very hard. But now... we have another secret. And we'll see if I can get into this one quickly. It's quite hard to enter. It's a pretty hard secret to get to. But once you're in the secret, that's the cool part. Because remember when I mentioned that the secret content in this game is like triple the size of the rest of the game? You're hopefully gonna find out why once I get in. But like I mentioned, this is pretty tough. It's gonna take a bit. Bruh. And of course there's waiting at the start too. Alright, there we go. Man. So yeah, that's why the entrance is hard, is once you get there, you are far from done. The hard jump is the first one, and then it should be fine. Maybe. But just wait. Just wait. We'll get in. We got plenty of time. There's plenty of time. It's worth it, I swear. For those who haven't seen it, it's worth it. No! I died after the hard jump. Whoa! What the heck? Please? Please? The first jump's the hard one. After you get past that, it should be fine, but oops. This is rough. This is unfortunate. This is not good. That's not good. Don't get the milk. We don't need milk. We'll be fine without milk. Why? No! I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. After I first tried that corner, I had high hopes. Man. I've considered, by the way, doing a 100% run. It would probably take about 20 hours. I would expect it to be 20 hours or so. But I would need to relearn so much of the game.
如果要尝试跑100%这个游戏100%速通的话，大概可能要20小时吧。
I'm trying my best here, I swear. I swear, I'm trying my best. I'm trying. Why? I might have to give up. I might have to move on elsewhere and just show a different secret. I was hoping I could show this one off, but it's not working out. Yeah, this might not work out. I'll give it a few more tries, but I'm not hopeful now. I considered having a backup save here just in case. But I didn't think I'd need it. Man. This is sad.
哎，我这个失了智，鬼叫。啊！又死双次。
That shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen. Are you kidding me, dude?
这双次有毒。
What the fuck? Please.
开始说脏话。
Why? Just let me get in. I'm dying to the easy jump. I'm dying to the easy jump, bro. Help me. Help. Please help me. Someone else come play. I can't do it. I can't do this. I can't do it. Yeah, I may need a factory reset.
Ah, 这死得更离谱了。
I just I don't know. I have no words. I have no words. I have no words for this.
可爱你。
I have absolutely no words. Please help. Please help me. Please help me. I'm so sorry. This isn't how it was supposed to go. It's not going to be worth it at this point. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever experienced in my life. Ghost, I'm ruining your marathon. I'm sorry. It's over. This is not possible.
4回啊，4回。
It's actually just. There's no explanation. This is not.
现在这个134攻略还挺够，起码能见到134，基本都能过。
Hold up. Hold up. Give me a second. Just give me a second. Just hold up. Just give me a second. Just wait. Hold up. Just a second. All right. Okay, right. So this is a diagonal, right? This is a half diamond. Yeah. Now watch this.
哇，直播天才。
Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. We use J tool. We're set. Just do it. This is tragic. At least the run went well. That makes up for this almost. Alright, if I die to the end again, I'm leaving. I'm never looking back. I will pretend it didn't happen.
我感觉过不去。
没事，沃子哥说，如果还死在是那个伪装子弹就不打了，跳过。
If I die there again, none of this ever happened. Just forget about it. Wake up from the dream. We're fucking in!
哎呀，过了，终于
Thank God!
来看能跑到第几条。
So now, welcome to the secret. This motherfucker, Tonkotsu, the maker of this game.
哎，我这怎么卡了？不要呀，怎么这个时候卡？
Put.
哦，是不是又是那什么沃斯克1小时网络核查？
啊，对，他的网络是这样的。
啊好。
A 100 floor game in his game. He put a second game inside of the game. An entire 100 floors of gameplay with no save is just a secret in the game.
啊，这里沃斯克说了，就是这个就一个隐藏，但是他
one
做了
game
个
wasn't enough.
而且一个存档
two.
都没有，啊，是真的一个存档都没有。
This is I want to conquer the blow game. Oh, Comcast? Comcast! Alright, it died briefly. So, the maker of this game put a second game inside of his game, 100 floors long, 100 floors without a save.
这里可以下横纵，
Oh, there we go.
好吧，下主攻超近路。
Because one game was not enough for this. It also has skips. It has bosses. It is a proper blow game. We're not going to beat it, by the way. I just want to show it off. I've only beaten it once, and I don't remember most of it. But we'll see how far we can get in one attempt. Maybe 2 attempts if it goes badly.
So
every 25 floors, there's a boss. Maybe we'll be able to get to 25. Maybe that would be nice at least. So we can show off the boss. Also, a fun thing right here. So floor 18, right? You can just skip going down if you know that floor 18 has a skip on it. You can also do a cherry line to skip this screen in the top left. We're not going to, because I care more about not dying. I almost just fell off that block and missed. Alright. Now here's an insane skip. Crazy. And we wait. It's a pretty interesting challenge. It's very different from the other challenges. Where everything else is just like a short gauntlet that's quite hard. This one is very long. Okay, let me just make sure that I have this correct. 1, 2, 3. Alright. We're gonna grab that. Fuck! So there's a block up here, and if you bonk that block, you're likely to die. So unfortunate. So that was a fine attempt, I guess.
刚来为什么计时器不动？因为打完了，现在在展示隐藏。这个之前也说了，就宝可梦这个森林的这个隐藏是把所有的这个能遇到的宝可梦都打一遍啊。
And we'll do this to
然后其中有2个是重量级，
it's not very hard to reach or to show off.
这个叫什么来着？果汁鸟还是果汁鸡啊
？All right, so on the left side we got.
好，然后就在这个上面这2个小格草丛就2个怪，一个米苦，一个大佐。
We're gonna get her to low HP and then just show off a couple attacks and then kill her.
然后这里要拿隐藏的话，要求是不能打死，
so killing her
你必须得
ends the fight
耐久
early,
全程躲掉，就当耐久，
let it sit at 1 HP
不能
and then
打
dodge
死。
some stuff.
就如果说你要拿隐藏的话，这里是不能打死的，打死是不算的。
Alright, and now we just dodge for a little bit. Because I just want to show this off. You can't shoot the leaks, by the way. They don't get destroyed. Unlike in Love Trap. Now, I don't remember this avoidance, like, at all. I only beat it once, and that was a while ago. But it's got the classic attacks. The ones you all know. So we'll give this 1 attempt, then we'll do the next one 1 attempt, and then we're done. So it's got bouncing, that then they're gonna stop, and then it has the next set of bouncing, and then they spray out in the classic attack. And then once things get hard, I'm just gonna kill them and walk away.
哦，也是哦，对，你上午割了20，
我上午割了20分钟呢，你别忘了。
No! Alright, well, now we can show off the kernel. I was hoping I could at least get through that. Miku's the easy one of the two, but it still takes some time. Bruh? Alright. So now, quickly, just one attempt at this, and then we're good to go.
对，那个咪咕是消失完整版
Behold
很长那个模态就。
This asshole.
看能不能遇到另一个。
So this is incredibly difficult. Like I said, this is probably the hardest boss.
那上面是固定遇怪的，
or
左边是咪咕，右边是大佐。
啊，是这样的吗？我之前打这隐藏的，我就是左右来回跑，所以我没注意到。
Oh, is it full Miku? I couldn't remember if it was short or not. I think it is long Miku though, now that you mention it. So the reason this boss is so hard is because it's horribly unbalanced and unfair. All of this is easy. The dots are easy, this attack is easy. This attack is pretty easy. But then, assuming I don't die here, and now is the actual hard part, where nothing up until this point matters at all, and this lasts forever. So here we go. Let's see how it goes. Fuck, I died like immediately. So if you jump, those arrows, if you jump too high, the arrows hit you, so you have to make sure to constantly not jump very high. And you have to weave through the things repeatedly. It's pretty stupid, and nothing is hard until that point.
对，风位偶数狙的时候，那一阶段不能跳太高。
That was a bad attempt.
跳太高，你回来的时候会撞，所以得跳很低，非常影响走位。就这一段是最难的，但是过了这一段就没了啊，这个耐久。
Yeah, it's time. It's time.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm glad the run went pretty well and that I was able to show off a whole bunch of secret things despite it going badly. I stream on Twitch. You can watch me there. Twitch.tv/.
See you next year.
Yeah, of course. Goodbye, everyone.